Hi, welcome to Julius Bar. Today we're gonna make some cocktail using Chicha de Piña. So, first of all, my apologies to all the Spanish-speaking world, as I pronounced Chicha de Piña, Chica de Piña in the last two episodes I featured the Chicha de Piña in. Anyway, let's go to our main topic today, which is Chicha de Piña. Chicha de Piña is a beverage probably native of Central Southern America, and it's made using the leftover from a pineapple. What you do basically, you clean a pineapple, you put everything in a pot with water and some brown sugar. In Southern America they use panela or something like that. I use cocktail from Okinawa. Anyway, like a dark brown, really rich sugar. And then you put some spices. I didn't find an exact recipe for the spices, but they were suggesting to put like some cinnamon, some star anise, some cloves, and that's exactly what I did. And also some pepper. In the end, the most influential spices are gonna be cinnamon and star anise, which are just awesome. Then you boil the thing for like 1 hour, and then what I did is I let it stay overnight, and then the day after I filter it, put it in bottle, and then I can store it in the fridge for several days. Other version of the Chicha de Piña will have some more fermentation going on. So you don't boil all the skins and the core of a pineapple, but you boil some, while other you set apart. Then you unite them after you boiled, let's say, half of them, and then you let it rest for several days. So some fermentation, of course, that's gonna give a different flavor, but I didn't try it yet. So my Chicha de Piña is just boiled, and the resulting juice, this Chicha de Piña, is really nice. It has the acidity of a pineapple, while providing the sweetness from the brown sugar, plus all the spices you put like star anise and cinnamon, which are really nice. And I found it really useful in several cocktails. I already featured this in 2 videos. I made like the piña libra, which was a mix with lime, chicha de piña and Coca-Cola, which was really good. And I also use it as a substitute for falernum and cinnamon in the zombie cocktail. Anyway, let's see something new today. Let's start for something super easy, but which is just right delicious. Chicha de Cocchi. Ice. And then a simple equal parts Chicha de Piña. I'm gonna do with 45 milliliters. And Cocchi Aperitivo Americano, which is this super nice vermouth. I use it all the time. It has more flavor than a dry vermouth. It's more floral, yes, more quinine. It's just a overall really nice aperitif drink. It's really nice also by itself. But here 45 milliliters of Cocchi Americano, so it's equal parts. And we could just be done like this, but let me just garnish it a second with just a nice peel from a grapefruit. Grapefruit peel is a bit like parsley in cooking. Just put it anywhere to make something nicer and just a bit more fancy, and there you go. Chicha de Cocchi. Cocchi and Chicha de Piña. Cheers. Such a nice aperitif, so simple. It's sweet, but it has the cinnamon and the spiciness of the star anise and stuff that also combine with the Cocchi. It's a extremely nice drink for how simple it is. Also, grapefruit peel, it's okay in my book. So for our second drink, it's gonna be called Ouch in the afternoon, because it reminds really slightly flavor-wise of a Death in the Afternoon, which you can check in my Hemingway video, but It's definitely not a death. It's an ouch. It's a nice pinch. So for this cocktail, I'm gonna use this Galliano, which is a kind of a Amaro botanical liqueur from Italy. Yes, the best bottle, most recognizable. It's kind of a flying V of a bartender world, where you just have it behind and you know you're a real bartender, as playing a flying V means you're a kick-ass guitar player. So let's just tap again some ice in our mixing glass. This step is not really essential, but I would like to have our Galliano and Chicha de Piña really ice cold. So I start by pouring 15 milliliter of Galliano, which also has this really bright yellow color, which I think is gonna help brightening up the brown of the Chicha de Piña. And then we put 60 milliliters of chicha. And I'm just gonna give it a bit of a stir to chill everything really nicely. When I prepare our cup glass, you could do this in a flute too. I just got this new cup, so I wanna use it. There you go, and then we just top it off with some Prosecco or other dry sparkling wine. I have this Santa Giulia Blanda Blancs Organic Brew from Mendoza, Argentina, which I used before and I really like. Let's top it. Okay, and let's decorate with a bit of a lemon peel. Let's express those essential oils. And there you go. Ouch in the afternoon. Cheers. I don't know, Chicha de Piña, it's really nice, I love it. Also, it's a way to use something that would otherwise goes to waste, which is all the skin and the middle of a pineapple, which account for most of the weight of a pineapple, maybe, or like half. This is a really nice aperitif drink. The Galliano, as I say, help with the color, but also brings some anise that matches the anise that's in the Chicha de Piña. So next drink. So for our next drink, we are gonna start by boiling some water. What we are gonna do is we are gonna make some tea. I'm just gonna put a spoon of tea leaves. It's I think this is just a generic afternoon tea. It's pretty good, but actually I'm not quite sure where it comes from. I will usually use an Assam or an orange pico. Those are my preferences of black tea, but hey, this is good too. While we wait for water to boil, let's get some ice in our Cornish glass. And then we're gonna pour about, we need 60 milliliters of tea. We can pour about 70, a bit more, so that anyway we're gonna waste a bit to the leaves. Okay, that should be about right. And now we have to wait 3 more minutes for the tea to infuse the flavor. You can of course also use like a iced tea in a bottle, but in that case I will just use a concentrate. Something like this, a tea base, because we want our tea to be a bit strong to stand up to the rest of the ingredients. And because we're gonna pour it over ice, we don't want too much dilution going on. In the meanwhile, I will introduce the spirit for this cocktail, which is going to be a bourbon. I'm going to use this Heaven Hill bourbon, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, 40% ABV, which is so standard, so cheap, and surprisingly really decent. Not bad at all for the price. I paid like something like $10 here in Japan. It's really surprisingly good. I had a hard time distinguishing from my grand old dad, old granddad, which cost a bit more. But anyway, they are both great bourbons for the money. And we are also gonna need a teaspoon of absinthe to complete. And also we are gonna need the juice of half a lemon. Here we go. Let's strain first our hot tea, which is gonna hit the cold ice and chill down, hopefully enough. Then we go with 60 milliliters of Chicha de piña. The juice of half a lemon, 15 milliliters. Then 60 milliliters of bourbon. Smells good. And then 1 teaspoon of absinthe. Yeah, we always have to be careful with absinthe. 1 teaspoon is more than enough. Let's give everything a stir. Let's decorate with a lemon wheel. And then, surprise, surprise, a straw. You know I hate straws, but I got these new steel straws and they are the lesser of the evils. It looks cool and it really makes you feel like you're having a normal iced tea. So this I'm gonna call a Cascajal Iced Tea. Cascajal is an island in Buenaventura, Colombia, the center of drug smuggling. Does it compare well to Long Island, to be Long Island iced tea? I don't know. But this is awesome. Cheers. And I'm gonna drink from a straw. Nicely refreshing. The absinthe helps pulling it all together. Nice sweetness and spiciness from both this, the bourbon and the Chicha de piña. Lemon makes it just feel like you're drinking an iced tea from Chattanooga, Tennessee, which you understand only if you're Italian and you've seen Dan Peterson advertise Lipton iced tea.
Ciao amici! Sapete cosa beviamo qui a Chattanooga, Tennessee? Quando il sole ti spacca in quattro? Lipton Iced Tea! Fenomenale!
Refreshing, nice, but not weak at all. This is a good drink. Again. Nice job, me. And nice job, Chicha de Piña. So now for our last drink. So our last drink is gonna be a Chicha de Piña take on the Blinker, but not really. It's something different. You just have rye whiskey and grapefruit juice, just like the Blinker. But then we're gonna use some Arak, some maraschino, some Chicha de Piña. So let's start by squeezing up some grapefruit. We want about 30 milliliters. Let's see how much we got here. Okay, measured 30. Then 60 milliliters of our Chicha de Piña. I would say 1 teaspoon of maraschino. Just because I found it a bit not sweet enough last time. Then we are gonna have 20 milliliters of Rittenhouse Bottle in Bond rye. This licorice rye, which is really awesome. It's my standard rye for cocktail, and I always use in my Blinker, which I love. Did I do a video on the Blinker? I forgot. Did I? If I didn't, I have to do it. Yeah, I did the Blinker, yes. Blinker per free, you can see it up there. And then 40 milliliters of our rack. This is Batavia rack. It's made by some company from Amsterdam in the Netherlands, but it's one of those products from, I think, Indonesia or Southeast Asia. Our rack from Southeast Asia is made by fermenting coconuts, pulp, and red rice, and some other things. Really hard to get any information on this stuff. The rack from Middle East is a completely different thing. So I guess we have pretty much everything except I'm gonna add a few frozen strawberries. I mean, you could do with fresh strawberries, but I don't have them right now. We are out of season. So let's go with 3 frozen strawberries. Let's get some ice and give it a shake. And then I'm not gonna strain it, but I'm just gonna pour it directly in a tumbler. There you go. Ah no, wait. Let's serve it with a small spoon to help eating the strawberries. And there you go. This I call a Winkler because it's a variation on the blinker. Blink, wink, winker, Winkler, like Harry Winkler, the Fonz.
Cause I'm the Fonz, huh? Hey!
Cheers. I tried to use some of the smaller ice cubes I had so that I can pour it all in, and it's a good idea. I could have made crushed ice, that would have been probably even better, but that would have required to call Guilio. And a lot more effort, so I guess for today this is fine. It's a nice take on a bit different tiki. Not quite a tiki, I'm not a tiki expert, but yes, that feeling to it. Instead of using rum, I use the rye and the rag for a change. You probably use some rum, mixed rums like I did with the zombie, but I liked a bit of a change. So by being inspired by Blinker, which is rye whiskey together with grapefruits, I added the rag, which is really vegetable, funky, fresh flavor, and I think it's a really good mix. The spoon of maraschino just to add a bit of sweetness, because otherwise I felt it was a bit on the sour side. Of course, you, instead of maraschino and strawberries, you could just have used grenadine, but that in my opinion would detract from the final effect, which I think is pretty nice. When you get rid some strawberries, this might be still a bit frozen, but let's give it a try. Oh, but it is a nice drink. Yeah, I'm really happy. I don't know if this is gonna be one of my least popular episodes because I'm talking about Chicha de Piña, which is something a bit obscure, but all these drinks are really great in my opinion, if I say so myself. Chicha de Cocchi, super easy, super, you can just drink it every day. As long as you have some chicha and some cocchi, this is easily done. Easily drank. Grapefruit peel on top, nice touch. This one, great aperitif. This one is called Ouch in the Afternoon. Again, remembering the Death in the Afternoon by Ernest Hemingway. Also really nice. More citrusy than the previous one. This one great. The Cascajal Iced Tea. Great to sip on the beach. This one is the most lemony, most acidic of all of this, but really nice. It makes you feel like you're really just drinking iced tea, but you have like 60 milliliter of bourbon and a teaspoon of Absinthe. And this one, the most tiki one. It's nice, this one too. All great drinks. I love Chicha de Piña, and as long as my son is a fan of pineapple, I'm just gonna keep doing it, just to not throw out all the skins. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit like, please smash that subscribe button, type your heart out in the comment, do whatever you want, shake yourself a drink, and I will see you next time. Cheers. As you might have noticed, we are working hard to improve the image quality of our videos. Please stay tuned while we fix a few quirks here and there, and hopefully everything is gonna look perfect, like you've never seen before.